Hello guys, what is going on? I'm Nozza and welcome back to another video. So just to thank you all straight away, the first video, the first review of issue 1 got like over 100 views, which is like, it's always like a good milestone to hit for a channel this size with only just over 100 subscribers. So I do thank you a lot for that. So if you are returning from that video, I genuinely do appreciate it, and hopefully you will like this one as well. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda, Black Panther, issue 2. Now, it's going to be a bit negative, this review. I usually don't like doing this sort of stuff. Sometimes I even just don't do the review if I think it's going to be too negative. But one of the best things about this entire issue, well, there's two things, but the first one is the cover. The cover is very nice. It's just because it's very muted, and then all of a sudden, I just really love the sort of like neon aesthetic, sort of like a hue around T'Challa, as well as just not the bullets, the beams, should I say, coming like being shot from the ships. The first 80% of the issue is you can blitz past. Like, I read this issue in less than like 5 minutes, just because of how little dialogue there is, and even with it all being action, it was not thrilling whatsoever because it wasn't from the perspective of T'Challa. It was from the perspective of M'Baku and I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. I'm not gonna dawdle on that, but yeah. So it's from the perspective of those two, and it's just like, oh, I can't do it. Oh wait, he's doing it. Oh, he's done it. Oh, he needs our help. You know what I mean? I would have preferred it because they're sort of treating him like this sort of like alien creature, like this sort of like Superman-esque savior, and it's all from the perspective of like the pedestrians essentially, which is not a good perspective to have. I'd rather it have been, say like say right, okay, the first 2 or 3 pages exactly the same, and then she's like, right, let's retreat, and then it cuts to Black Panther saying, I'm going in. Or like it cuts to him when they realise that he's in, and then it's him, and you hear them in his earpiece, but it's actually from his perspective. I would have loved that so much more. Just because he's playing an active protagonist role. When superheroes don't do that, like in Spider-Man issue 800, a lot of people had that issue. A lot of people had that issue with a lot of Dan Slott's Spider-Man stories. But at least he's an active protagonist. But the thing is, he's the worst kind of active protagonist. He's an active protagonist from like a second person point of view. Not third person, not first person. That's sort of from like a second person. Like, the story's about him, but it's being told from someone who's also in the story, but not the protagonist. And I feel like, for me personally, that's the worst perspective to go from, and it's the most boring. Other than that, though, there was one other really cool thing. I actually had to search this up because I forgot that Angelica is apparently Eric Killmonger. So that was interesting to find out. At least I know now. It makes sense, doesn't it? Because obviously this person's been reborn, and it's sort of like given the same heretic as heritage as they say in the comics, as in this issue, which, you know, you don't really think about it too much. You just sort of accept it. Like, oh yeah, he's similar because, I don't know, the DNA. But like, obviously he hasn't got the Eric Killmonger name, because it wouldn't make sense for him to have it. Maybe he will develop it and have it by the end of his story arc. I don't think he'll be in it for long. And also, what's really cool is, I don't know whether he's got a symbiote or he is an alien imposter, but he's got some really weird powers. I'm not too sure where that comes from. If it's from Eric Killmonger's past or Angelica, depending on what time it's actually in and what name he's holding at the time, and it's actually from his past in older comics, and he has a similar ability, then please let me know in the comments below. I've actually been receiving a lot of help from people in the comments, so yeah, if there's something like that I just don't know about because I haven't read every single comic, then please let me know. But yeah, so my God, it was a pretty boring issue, but the end was pretty interesting. Like I said, the whole alien stuff does get me kind of excited. I am I'm gonna give it another issue, and then I'll decide whether I'm gonna keep it on my standing order at my local comic book store. If it's as not as bad as this one. If it was as boring as this one from my perspective, then I might just stop reading it because I'm reading a lot of comics at the moment. There's like at least six reviews out every week on this channel, and I feel like it's getting a bit oversaturated with stuff that I'm not loving. And I know it's reviews. I know you're not supposed to love everything, and you're actually supposed to criticize it at some points. But yeah. Also, it does. I mean, this just looks really cool, doesn't it? Like, I don't know whether it could be a symbiote, but it doesn't. It doesn't look like a symbiote. It looks a bit different than a symbiote. I don't know though. We'll see. But yeah, so that's gonna be for this issue. I'm actually gonna start plugging my Twitter at the end of these videos because for people who stay to the end, I would think you would be interested in what I tweet. Because I do tweet a lot about comics. I also tweet about manga and movies and just general like stuff that I actually put on the channel. And usually I tweet sort of like mini reviews a bit earlier than when the actual videos go live. And also I tell people when videos go out on Twitter because YouTube is sometimes not very good with that. So yeah. If you want to check me out, my link is always in the description of every single video for my Twitter. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But no, then hopefully I shall see you next one. Goodbye.